Now. He's looking at you.
ArcheAge. Hello and welcome to another episode of Here's Looking at You, this time for the upcoming free-to-play MMORPG ArcheAge. My name is Relit, let's begin. ArcheAge is being developed by XL Games and published by Trine Worlds, these same Trine Worlds that developed Rift and Defiance. Oh boy. ArcheAge is Trine Worlds' first published MMORPG that will be free-to-play right out of the gate. Currently, ArcheAge is in closed beta. If you want to play right now with the rest of us closed beta players, all you have to do is pay a small fee of $49.99. Sorry, what was that? I just mentioned this game is free to play, so why would you have to pay a minimum of $50 to start playing now? You do make a good point. So yes, you're gonna have to pay $50 if you didn't receive a beta invite and still want to play. This is the ultimate question. Is ArcheAge fun? I think it is, and I'll get to the pros and cons of the game momentarily, but is the game $50 fun? Seeing as this is closed beta, I would advise to just wait because the only worthwhile bonus of getting the $50 pack will be the 4-day patron head start. But that's where they get you. They wave that head start in your face and then boost up the price of the pack by throwing in the in-game currency, as if that somehow makes it worthwhile. It's a cheap move and it's putting Trine Worlds / XL Games higher up on my shit list. Alright, so I'm about to get on the pros and cons, but keep in mind, this is not a review, just expressing the things I like and dislike about the game for the first 20 levels that I've played. But I digress. Let's just get into this. So first of all, the customization for this game is very impressive. It's a pay-to-play standard for sure. The coolest feature is the scars. You can move the position of the scars, and though you can't rotate them, it's still a great feature because maybe the right side of your face is covered in hair, but there's a really cool scar on that side. You can easily move it to wherever you want on your face. The second huge pro is the class system, which is reminiscent of Final Fantasy XIV's classing system, where you combine classes to make a profession that takes skills from both classes. Except ArcheAge's is much more intricate. You can combine 3 classes opposed to Final Fantasy's 2. For example, I combined Archery and then Shadowplay when I reached level 5, and finally Witchcraft when I reached level 10, and in return I became a Trickster. Completely unknowingly combining those classes because I thought the skill combination would be great in PvP. It's really cool that it specifies exactly what you are. It makes for a very strong sense of independence and uniqueness. In fact, there are 120 different classes. That is insane. For this next pro, excuse the splooging that's about to happen, but you've been warned. ArcheAge has a criminal system. Now if you see my terror review, then you'll know I loved the idea of bounty hunting. This is a similar idea, except there is only some vigilante justice. It's more so straight up justice system. There are 4 categories to the justice system. First is committing the crime, whether it be murdering or stealing. Second, a court determines if the player is guilty or innocent. Amusingly, there's a jury, and you can read the defending and accusing argument because it shows up in the general chat under trial. When a player is murdered, blood spatter will be on the ground, and other players can pick it up and use it as evidence in a case if the player reports the crime. If the defendant is found guilty, and this is the 3rd category, then they are put in prison for the time specified by the judge. Finally, if you commit too many crimes, you become a pirate. Pirates are outlaws, and other players will kill you if they see you. Being a pirate and being a member of a court are 2 completely different worlds, and both have their own perks. This is one of the coolest ideas implemented in an MMO. It might sound lame to be a pirate, but I believe it would be very realistic to be an actual outlaw, having to be in hiding, even riding with other pirates to zones, and maybe making a town in which you all defend. The possibilities are rushing through my mind, and I would love to see the kind of things people get up to. Personally, when the game releases, it's a pirate's life for me. Alright, I've gone on long enough, let's move on to the cons. So the regular spiel that most MMO reviews or even first look type videos give are how the quests are nothing different and are boring, and ArcheAge is really no exception. The quests are regular kill quests, fetch quests, and so on. If you're looking for great questing, ArcheAge is not going to have what you're looking for. Also, the quests move in a slightly linear path, at least for the first 20 levels that I've played. You complete a quest, and when you accept the next one from the same person, they will send you to a new village. Quests in the same village or vicinity will all send you to the same village or vicinity. This is a common problem with free-to-play MMOs. Something else that doesn't really make sense is that you can't walk through other players. This can get frustrating seeing as when the game is released and there are a ton of people in one area, it'll be like bumper cars. Not only that, but getting to quest givers to get or hand in quests can and will be a pain. But there isn't really a whole lot else I can say I don't like. Questing is my only real huge gripe. At the moment I'm only level 20 and there's a lot of stuff I still haven't done, but if I end up maxing a character when the game comes out, that's when I'll have my review. Anyway, I think this is a good spot to end it. Thank you for watching this Here's Looking at You for ArcheAge. I hope you have the same luck I did getting invited to one of these closed beta events so that you can form your own opinion without having to pay $50+.
You are the light that brings me back